evening. I hope everybody is having a great night and I am messing things up. That's fine. Gotta mess things up a little bit sometimes. So, I've been looking at everything I have going on right here in my binder. And I have decided, we need to get some things back together, back in order, just organized and in a better frame to kind of put everything, because, like, number one, this here Mana Crypt, I have another Mana Crypt, and I figure, you know what, I probably should get those two together. And that Orcish Bowmaster right here, I should probably get that Orcish Bowmaster somewhere closer to the other copy. So as I look through, there's a Bloodthirsty Conqueror that needs to, be by the other Bloodthirsty Conqueror I have. Here's the other Mana Crypt. And I also need to start getting my dragons in order. And I need to get my dragons in order so I can, complete my dragon deck. So what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to start pulling out the dragons. And I'm only pulling out the dragons that I plan to use to create my dragon deck. How you doing, Fortnite kid? Dom, if you prefer. I don't know which one you prefer, so you let me know. Ariana, Medina, thank you for joining us. Right now, what we're doing is we're going to pull all the dragons from all the sets that we have. And I had been placing these in here and keeping them in here. It's not just for value. I want to set up a really good dragon deck. And don't get me wrong, it's gonna cost. This one's gonna cost. And you'll see if you hang out and check it out. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. But yeah, we are pulling out all of our dragons. So I have them in one area. And, well, these are Magic the Gathering cards, and these are this one's from Tarkir Dragonstorm. That Decadent Dragon is from Wilds of Eldraine. The Inferno of the Star Mounts is from Adventures in Forgotten Realms. Taval, he is also from Tarkir Dragonstorm. And we have Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. And that is from yet another set, Murders at Karlov Manor. But I have collected these over time. And I wanted to build a dragon deck because, a lot of me was like a little Dungeons and Dragons kid for a long time. And so when the thought of, even though it was kind of like a cheesy thought of putting together a dragon deck came about, I really, really had to restrain myself and decide how I was going to do that. And this set actually provided the perfect background for me to do it. And so you are going to see, sorry, moving the phone a bit, but you're going to see quite a lot of cards. And with those cards, I have kind of decided which way I'm gonna go. And so everything in this deck, this Magic the Gathering Commander deck, is going to have dragons. I mean, no way around that. That was the whole point. Look at that little Mountain Doom in its Search for Glory. That's amazing. So some of these are gonna get costly. So this is Ugin. I have the Storms. This is the Dragon foil right there, and that's why that one's in there. It's cool. It's expensive for me anyway. You know, not for everybody, but for me it is. So we are pulling all of our dragons out. And we're going to take a look in the end and, you know, kind of decide what we want to do. Because I have acquired over time quite a few. And they can be used as commanders or not. They can be used as other things. So some of these, we're getting into some of the bigger hits, and for people that know Magic the Gathering, they might be really happy to see some of the cards that I'm using here. And if you do know, go ahead, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to respond whenever I have time. So you can never go wrong with an Ur-Dragon. So I'm going to use this Secret Lair drop, and I think that's going to be my commander. My Tiamat, the Ur-Dragon, Nicol Bolas. Like, it's going to get tough, and it's going to get crowded. And then not just what we're going to use as our commander, but also what we are going to use for everything else, because there's quite a few cards. Here's a little Twin Maw, not worth a ton, but in a dragon deck, like, say, you know, we get to add some things. So here's the Magmatic Hellkite stamp foil promo, which that's also a possibility for the deck. I do not know what the final deck's gonna be. I don't. I really don't. I've just been collecting and putting these away for the time when I really want to use them. And it gets rough trying to make that decision. And if you have ever built yourself a deck, a commander deck to play the game with, you know what I'm saying. It's rough. There's so many decisions to make. And we're not even talking about artifacts or anything else yet. We're just saying, nah, it's tough. Because I have another Ureni, the song Unending. Now, do I use that for style points? You know what I mean? Like you can see how cool that one looks. But lots of cards to choose from, and we just actually want the best. Now, this is another thing that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to organize my binder a little bit. And so, like this Magmatic Hellkite, that stamp promo foil, but then I have that borderless foil right there. And it's hard. It's hard to decide. Which one do I want to use? Like, if you're building a deck, do you want to go for style? Or are you trying to, come up with a little bit of your own thing? So, still pulling them out. Here's a little Storm Scale Scion. Here we go. Deadpool not going in this deck, but it, doesn't hurt to have. Call the Spirit Dragons. Now, this is going to be clutch. Clutch card. Dragons you have, dragons you control have indestructible. And, yeah, that's going to be a boon, a big boon to what we got going on. And we're still just roaming through these half-ass empty pages. And I will get back to filling them all in shortly. But until that point, I've just gotta go through as it is. And that Dragon Island will probably end up using a lot of our Dragon Islands. Because why not? They're there. They look great. And so you gotta have the fun of using them. Otherwise, yeah, you can save them for the cash, but it's also really fun to play. And yes, there are some nuts cards like that one. That $300. I think this one's like $15. That's only like $2 now. I mean, there's a lot of good things. There's a lot. And some more Surge foils that I picked up for Final Fantasy. Yeah, decisions. So many decisions on these that it gets kind of rough. And then, of course, I have Japanese cards that I just can't remember all the details on. So that's another piece of the puzzle. But right now, I think we are setting ourselves up with a pretty decent, Now this dragon, and oh yeah, you know that the Ancient Copper Dragon is going in the set. That is a definite. It's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be great. So where do we go next? And yes, I have a Japanese Sephiroth along with my English Sephiroth and then this Sephiroth. So it's cool. Gotta have a few, right? If you can, at any rate. So I think we're about done with my dragon cards that are definitely going in my set. I think. I mean, you can always see something that you want to go in your set. You got 100 cards. So you may as well decide on something, and hopefully you find some decent things. Okay, so here's where we stand. Right now, as I knock the phone around, what I'm thinking is we'll use Ancient Copper Dragon. Sorry, guys. Ancient Copper Dragon. Call the Spirit Dragons. Definitely going to be good. Storm Scale, Twin Maw. Now, as far as commanders go, I do think I'll use the Dragon. And it costs one less. Oh, I didn't grab the Dracogenesis. I will grab the Dracogenesis out. Or Tiamat. So, I'll put these up here. Those are possible commanders. And then, of course, there's Nicol Bolas, which is yet another possible dragon choice. Dragon Lord Dramoka. Can't be countered, flying lifelink, and your opponents can't cast spells. And that is a 4/1 green, 1 white, so 6 total for a 5/7. And yeah, it's another option. Another option. We like that. So, technically, I think most of these could end up as commanders. But trying to decide, like, what we're going to do, the way we're going to do it, that's tough. That's real. Oh, my Lord. What happened to Niv Mizzet? He got wet somehow. I'm going to be very upset until I replace that. But I will replace it, so that's fine. That's fine. Yep. Little upset, but that's okay. Decadent Dragon, a Taval, yet another one that could be your commander. Inferno of the Star Mounts, yet another one that can't be countered. Now, this one has haste. Flying haste. I love that. And that is really nice. So, and then, of course, there's big old badass Ugin, and not trying to get them damaged, of course, but, man, nice cards. So, I think, you know, in the slots that I want to decide from, like, first I want to pick my commander, and then after I pick my commander, then I want to decide on what's next, because we've got a lot of big baddies, and we all know Tiamat can definitely supply you with a lot of the big baddies. And as far as them having different names, yeah, I don't see an issue there. But then again, I don't know if a lot of people would be very happy about seeing all that laid out on the field along with Tiamat. Yeah, just gonna be one of those things. So we'll figure it out. So as far as that goes, I'm so unhappy about that right there. Damage card, that's okay. I will get it squared away. So that's part of what I've got going on. And for those of you who were interested in... Freddy, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Looks like you're trying to break stuff. Yeah, I know you're trying to break stuff. Because you're awake. So... Alright. Is it snack time, Freddy? It might be snack time. So a little update on the Independence Day mead. It's still bubbling along. See, there it goes. So we're going to have that. Freddy. It's going to get bright, Freddy. And this is, of course, Freddy. He is my own cat dragon. He's just a big-ass orange cat. And he's, hey, what's going on, Enoch? What's going on, bro? Yeah, it's alive. Well, Freddy's alive. I'm alive. I'm on Pull Box every day, bro. You'll see me around. Although, I did self-exclude for a month, so... You know, I'm working on learning how to save. So there's that. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. It's alive. It's kicking. I'm really happy about this though, because we don't have a large amount of lease here at the bottom, which is the dead yeast. As it falls out, it goes down there. Sorry, smashed my finger at work. But yeah, the mead's alive. So is the kombucha. The kombucha is going to be cracked tomorrow. Yeah, no, it is. Oh, it is, man. Because, like, you'll hit 10 coins and go, maybe. And then it's gone. Well, we'll find out. But we got quite a while for that. Quite a while. So, Enoch, you know cards. Hold on. Hold on. We're going back to the kitchen, but I want to grab these. So, Enoch, I don't know if you have built a dragon deck. If you have not, that's okay. If you have, here's a quick review of some of what's going into my... Oh no, I'm not disturbing it. It needs to, like, when these bubbles quit coming out, when those bubbles quit coming out, then I will put this into a different container and I will let it age for a year. And it will go from this cloudiness. See at the top it's starting to clear and then it gets darker as you go. It'll clear up, and as it clears up, it'll be... No, it's not water. It's mostly honey and alcohol now. So, Enoch, you'll see. Multiversal, Trendy Shorts, you'll see. Because it will clear all the way up and you'll be able to see right through it. It just takes time. You have to have patience. You add yeast and sugar. And it begins to make alcohol because the yeast eats the sugar. No, it's not. No. It looks like water, but it is definitely not water. Dragonback Assault. Yeah, it does become a gorgeous yellow, like this honey. And this honey does have the calm. But effectively I used 5 pounds of honey to make that. And so the mead has a lot of work to do. It does have a lot. And that was also seasoned with some lemongrass and lemon verbena. So I'm getting all my cards ready for a dragon deck. Freddy, how you doing? No comment. Freddy's doing okay. He frequently gives me no comment. So we have Maelstrom, and it's a land, and add any one color to cast a dragon or an omen spell, which is nice. Now the whole pay for sacrifice this card, search library for a dragon, we're not doing that. There is no way we're doing that, and you'll see why, Enoch, because we have other things. Freddy, are you thinking? Maybe a little bit. Okay. He might be. So, but can't be countered. Flying with haste. It's a 4 cost with 2 red, so 6 total for a 6/6. But it does get bonuses every turn, as you can see right there if I pay. Taval. Nothing at the moment, but He disappeared. He's off. He's hunting something. But, we'll take a look in a minute. I haven't heard any noise yet, which means we're safe. Here's Taval. Flying and lifelink. So, this is what's neat. We have flying and haste. We have flying and lifelink. Now, spells you cast have delve. That is really good. Okay? So, delve is oh, because he's Freddy. He's hunting something in that corner. But we'll find it. We'll find it. He'll find it eventually. So, as I was saying, Enoch, looking at what's going in so far to the dragon deck, now we're getting into some different things. For the dragon deck, though. So we have a Nariv. If a creature... I can't even talk. Too long working today. If a creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage, it deals twice that much damage instead. Now, that could be a problem when you find out the choices for my commander. Here's Shiko, flying and vigilance. So, if you think about it, we have a dragon with Leviathan. Yes, I do. So, we have a dragon with vigilance. We have a dragon with haste. We have a dragon with lifelink. And then protection from white and black with Ureni, which is pretty dope. And now we're getting into some other things. Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, old school. This is a Masters 2019. And yeah, it's fun. Very fun because it's low. 1 + 1 blue, black, and red. And that's pretty nice. Now, just him coming on the field, all your opponents discard. Gotta love that. Then, exile Nicol Bolas. Return him to the battlefield transformed. Because... Yeek. They get better. Then you have Nicol Bolas the Arisen. And you start to have problems right around there. But that's not the commander I would use. Call the Spirit Dragons. Dragons you control have indestructible. This is a 5 cost, one of every color. Oh, I smashed it. So that's a little blood blister right there. When you cook, you end up with cuts and nicks and everything all over. And grease burns, which I found a few I didn't even know about today. Now we're getting into the fun because now commanders. Here, of course, Tiamat. Cannot go wrong because 7/7 flying for 7 cost, one of each color plus 2. When Tiamat enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragons not named Tiamat that each have different names. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. And that'll lead us to the Ancient Copper Dragon. Can't go wrong right there. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. You create a number of treasure tokens equal to the result. Oh yeah, yes, multiversal. I know the cost of just about all these off the top of my head. We're not done. Oops, I cheated. You're not supposed to see that. Sorry, I'm coughing in your ears. I was cleaning the flat top with degreaser and I got a big old lungful, which was not fun. Dragon Lord Dramoka. This spell can't be countered. Flying, lifelink. And your opponent can't cast spells during this turn. Which is super nice. But then, who would inevitably end up as my commander? Yeah. I mean, you have to, right? The Dragon? I mean, it's the Dragon. Why wouldn't you? It is a 9 cost, 10/10. Eminence, as long as the Dragon is in the commander zone or on the battlefield. Other dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Now, I pair that with Draco. I only know Una. That's funny. Then, whenever you, one or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards, then you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. These are Magic the Gathering cards. And I don't know. I'm positive that you can find them where you are in India. I just don't know if you have a lot of people who play. I don't know that. Oops. Put them in the wrong way. But yes, I have graded cards. I gave away a Gem Mint 10, which is, pretty much the highest you can go. I gave that away, though, to one of the folks who work at my local game store because he has gotten his degree and is going to become a teacher. Best bet in India would be to play online. A fridge tour. Oh my god, the nightmares inside of my fridge. Holy cow. It's a sad fridge tour. It is the fridge tour of a single man who eats mostly at work. What are you doing, Fredo? But we can give Freddy a snack, so he'll be happy. Freddy is terrified of the vacuum. He knows he is not going to be hurt with it, but he is terrified of it. So, fridge tour. Lots of hot sauces from all over. You have to have that. You know, some black vinegar, some fish oil, like homemade fish oil, some gochujang, gotta have that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have the condiments and all the good stuff, little apple cider vinegar, some artichokes, leftover sushi, Freddy's main treat right there. Shell's more Freddy food drink that I don't know how old those are. They're probably old. A little bit of hamon down there. Some roll-ups. A little bit of a passion fruit drink. Imitation crab. Some orzo chicken broth. 4 different cheeses right there. Yo, Enoch. At least I have more than just the cottage cheese. The freezer, while we're doing this weird tour, a little bit of Fireball. We'll get into some of that in a second. Some old Fireball, chocolate-covered pomegranate, dark chocolate, because I don't eat it because I like it. I eat it because it's good for you. Some pierogies, picanha. Wonderful beef. Milk and bread. So, currently no milk. That's just because I'm out. But I always, especially since it's hurricane season, keep myself some shelf-stable whole milk that I can just put in there. As far as bread, picanha's the way to go, bro. I have homemade bread, actually. It's just frozen because, well, trying to keep all the bread that my family makes, it would just be a headache. So I routinely have to give away a few loaves of bread here and there. Freddy's super interested because he knows what's up. Uh-oh. Saw that blink? He's saying, "I love you, Dad." Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is low. This is about as low as it ever gets. Because we, during a hurricane, you want to have your stuff in order. And that is definitely my route. Now, my seasonings, I can't even name all my seasonings. Because I had a friend who was doing some stuff in Africa, and so she brought me random things, which I appreciate. I don't know what they are, though, so I will not be able to order more or find them anywhere. But, it's an extensive collection of spices, because you have to have that garam masala. Yeah, you have to have some masala, man. I mean, come on. It's one of those, like, key snackos right there. Yeah, masala is great. Freddy, is it time for you to have a snack? Dad's about to have a snack. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, it's a staple. I mean, that's why I have orzo and things like that. I also snack on seaweed. I'm horrible. I know. But for Freddy, Enoch, I don't know if you have a Publix out in Houston. Last time I was in Texas, I was in Austin. But I wasn't really like paying attention to like grocery stores back then. So, I don't know. But I do know. Now, when you're getting a Publix sub, I always get double meat. Hey, buddy. Yeah. licking your lips already. So, I always get double meat, but I get the meat on the side because, hey, what are you saying? You say, yep. Oh, Freddy. Well, I will say this. They can be overpriced, but the one thing that they do right every single time is a public sub. Public subs are not to be messed with, man. They are fantastic. They do them right. And for $2 extra, you get double meat. Oh, he's eating it. Right now, he's tasting. And there we go. he's gonna take that for a bit of a voyage. He'll probably end up on his scratch post, and people will be worried about, well, oh no, he's right here. He's chowing down right now, that's all. Yup. He's saying, Dad, you did good. You did good. So as we go through my messy house to watch Freddy eat, we can zoom on him though, and I can sit my butt down. I worked enough today. Training somebody and getting everything going. Antonini's. Huh. Because this is human food, and so Freddy automatically assumes if he has the chance to eat something that I eat, he will eat it. Which is why he also has eaten my lasagna, and all the Garfield jokes are welcome. Because I think I have that one on video, where he does indeed eat my lasagna. That's not a lie. Oh, Enoch, I missed one. Dragon, Fire, Ugin, Eye of the Storms. That's another one that's going in the deck. Because why not? I mean, why not? Just terrorize everybody. I think it'll be funny. But, you know, we'll take that. Especially that 0 cost add 3 colorless mana. Oh, that's going to be silly. It's also going to be the most expensive deck I have ever built. Since, I don't know, I think Tiamat's like 25. That Ugin's like 120. The Dragon's like 80 or 90. Nicol Bolas is like 40. Like, it's going to be an expensive deck. But I want to play it at least like 1 to like 5 times. I really want to play it. Because I think it'll be neat. Oh, he's taking his time, and he's not taking his time. He's deciding on how much he wants to enjoy it versus how much he just wants to scarf. Remember, Freddy is a big boy. Ooh, excuse me. Freddy is a big boy. Yeah, that's the thing, Enoch. I have like 2 places. The crutch? Yes. It is for walking. I have a few of them. Because I played a lot of ice hockey, and I played a lot of football, and I did a lot of silly things when I was growing up. So my ankles have taken a beating. I used to be an athlete. I am no longer an athlete. I gave up being an athlete a long time ago. I have had multiple fractures, as a matter of fact, but they weren't actually caused in sports. I grew up on the border of the United States and Canada on a little island in the great state of Michigan. And yes, I love hockey. Hockey to me is the most honest sport in the world. If you guys got a problem, you can solve it and then take a seat for 2 minutes and you're good. My fractures. Well, it's funny that you asked me to count them in fingers. So, we'll start here. Ice hockey, yes. Dearborn! Hey, Enoch! You're down the road, man. You're like a homeboy for real. For real. I mean, I lived in Flint, Taylor. Families spent 5 generations on Groseal. No, we are not the rich part of Groseal. We just have lived there long enough. Not anymore. I used to have hockey sticks, but this is Florida. And, I'm in my mid-40s now, man. If you want a good one. If you want a good one, you want to tape it up and cure it the right way. Get the right bend, the right angle on your blade. Yeah, it can be. And it's upkeep, Oh, he's gonna finish it. Trust me. He's not done. But yeah, hockey sticks cost money. Dearborn. Go fucking Red Wings, man. Well, in Houston, though, you're an hour and a half from where you can get some real ice, real snow? At most, I think. I haven't been to Texas in so long. But had a lot of fun when I was in Texas. There was a little bit of a snafu that happened down on 6th Street in Austin. I don't remember most of it, and I'm fairly certain that's common. Especially in your early 20s on 6th Street in Austin. You're bound to lose some things, man. You're bound to forget a couple things that happen. So, anyhow, that's where I'm from. And so, yes, I used to play sports all the time. As far as fractures, this pinky doesn't close all the way. Crutches. I would type out crutches for you, but I can't type right now because I'm on my phone doing this, but hell yeah, man. So, anyhow, this is a cut tendon, so this doesn't close anymore. That's about as close as I can get it, but I can't make a fist with it anymore, which is a shame, because playing hockey, there's more than a few people who have caught that fist. Now, then there's the in-between the fingers slices. Didn't know if I'd be able to ever remove my fingers like that again, just because they went in really deep. And it's an old hand, man. It's beaten up. And it's also just been eaten by a lot of degreasers. So there's that. That fine little scar from end to end that was caused by a porcelain plate at work. The wrist, that was snapped. So this finger broke, this knuckle popped. This thumb is actually still good. Wrist was broken. Forearm was broken. Almost had my arm chopped. Wasn't a good day at all. Then on this hand, this pinky went to the market. And the rest of this hand isn't too bad. I just picked something up that was way too hot earlier. Normal stuff if you work in a restaurant. That is where I had some skin ripped out, and it was not a fun day. That is another spot where I got my arm caught in something that I really wish I didn't, but it almost sawed it off. happy it did not. None of these have been broken, but you notice the swelling down there, and that is part of the everyday now. That's every day. Yeah, man. Like, working in the kitchen, you're surrounded by hot things, sharp things, things that cause instant and permanent damage. And if you're not doing them well, or you're not keeping your mind in the game, you can definitely mess yourself up in a kitchen easily. And I've seen it happen. I had a guy one time, a really good dude, and he was trying to drain the fryer, and he had his hand right in front of the release valve and opened it. And he is a very dark black man, and his two fingers, like right here, are just as white as mine now, because he poured scorching hot oil right over him. You are incorrect, sir. I'm actually 5'8", and my fingers look short. I don't have the biggest hand. I have a wide palm. Like, it's big, you know. So, just a wide palm. And that is why, for the few times when I was working security while I was managing a bar, I have had to use my palm, and it's effective. Yeah, it's pretty wide, and it's because of the palm, you know. But I can't. Whoops. Like with this hand, I can still clench. It's just this one is not gonna do it near the tip. It's a little tiny scar that I can't get into focus, but it's like right in the middle. Little tiny cut. But yeah, well, that's what I did. Oh, dude, you bumped the release? Hell no, I'd be watching out for my feet. Anywhere that oil's coming out, man, it's gonna peel you right apart, and it's not nice. But yeah, when I played football, I wanted, of course, growing up just outside of Detroit, I wanted to be Barry Sanders. I am that old. I watch Barry play live, so deal with it. But I also watch Bob Probert. My feet are normal, I think. I don't know. My ankles suck, but my feet are normal. But yeah, no, I've used them plenty. I try not to anymore, man. I try not to. Nowadays, I try to just find a peaceful solution. You really got to get me mad to make me act like we're playing hockey. And if you make me that mad, man, I hope somebody helps you, because I'm not. I'm gonna hurt you. But I just I love hockey that way. That's why I think it's the most honest sport, though. Because if somebody's screwing around or doing something wrong, it's not like, football, soccer, if you will, where, somebody scraped my shin. No, don't get me wrong. Shin scrapes hurt. They do. But in hockey, you can solve it very quickly. And then you take a break for 2 minutes. It's all good. What are we doing, Fredo? What are you checking out now, buddy? Well, I see. Oh no, my ankle's Don't want me to jump anymore. Yeah, hockey self-polices. You are dead ass right. 100% correct. Hockey, if a player, even if he's on your team, you're going to have a talk. And you're going to say, hey, don't ever do that again. I'm not going to save you. If it's a player on the other team, guess what? You're going to find out real fast. The old FAFO rule. What are you saying, Freddy? What are you doing, buddy? You're deciding to play around with my binder. Do not play with my binder. My back's actually okay. Never hurt my back. Thank the Lord for that. And I'm not even religious, but trust me, it's bad enough with my shoulders. Are you a victim of back pain? I love that. It sounds just like the commercial. No, back pain I don't have. It's knees and ankles and shoulders. Knees, ankles, and shoulders. Because this shoulder got crushed. And I can't even look at what I'm showing you, but I think it's my shoulder. But yeah, that shoulder got crushed when I got hit by a car. Because I flew 65 feet. And one of my hands, and that is why all this got broke. This hand went into the dirt when I landed, and my body kept going forward. So that snapped this, that snapped my wrist, and then my forearm, and it just kind of folded over. Thankfully, it doesn't fold over anymore. No, the driver was young and stupid and going 65 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. And he hit me while I was on a bicycle. And that was not my fault. But, you know, by the time you pay all the hospital bills, you don't really have anything left. Trust me on that. So, oh yeah, it was definitely the driver's fault. He hit me from behind. I'm on a bicycle, and he's just speeding. So, yeah, it happened. That happened day after my 18th birthday. One of the scariest moments in my life, actually. The EMT, when I woke up. Because I woke up and I had a really bad concussion, so I was waking up and then falling back to sleep. And he told me, I've got to cut your clothes off. And I was like, you're not cutting my clothes off. Yesterday was my birthday. This is a brand new leather vest. And I was wearing a brand new leather vest. And when I told him yesterday was my birthday, when I looked at his face and he started to almost cry, I was like, oh dear, I'm in deep trouble, aren't I? Because I couldn't feel anything, I was still in shock. Freddy found the piece of ham that he missed, and he's taking care of it. See, this is why I am not concerned. Not concerned about Freddy taking his food to go. Freddy is thinking about food, not health conscious. So anyhow, so they cut my clothes off on the side of the road. That was great. And then I remember dress? Hell no, my birthday clothes were ruined. But and then I remember I was in the ambulance and they're like, hey, we're going to go over some speed bumps. We're going to take them kind of slow. Are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And then they rolled over the first speed bump and it knocked me out. And then the second speed bump knocked me out. And the third speed bump knocked me out. And then I was in the hospital. I don't know exactly what happened there. But I do know Yes, it was definitely an outfit. No, Freddy was not around. This is long, long before Freddy was born. Probably before his parents were born. And, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. So anyhow, the last time I woke up in the emergency room and I was so doped up. I don't know what they gave me, but I felt nothing, which was good because I had a lot of things broken, smashed, and or in trouble. And so I woke up and I felt great. And I was like, I'm leaving. They're like, no, you're not. I was like, yes, I am. And then I looked down and I've got all this stuff taped to my chest. And I'm like, oh no, I do not like this. And so I was going to leave. And then the nurse goes, you're not going anywhere. And she reached down on the bed and she reached between my legs, but her hand was by my feet. And she did this back and forth motion. And I felt something. I felt something in my groin. And that was a catheter. Yeah. Yeah. That was bad. That was pretty bad. But no, I'm definitely not going to try and run while I'm wearing a catheter. It was a bad day. So, whew. Well, their insurance paid a large portion of the hospital bills, but insurance coverage varies. It doesn't always cover everything. So, nope, no Enoch. And trust me, I was going to give it the good old college try until, my mother came in, who is also, she's been a nurse my entire life. And she was like, there's a balloon filled up on the inside and it's not going away. So if you try to run, you may lose something. So imagine an exploded sausage, or don't imagine it, but could be a bad result. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it goes. Uncomfortable is a very, very mild way to put that, Enoch. I think you're being very kind right there. When it gets pulled out of you and you're like, that is way longer than I thought it was. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it goes in the out hole. And going to the bathroom afterward for the next few days is not pleasant. I will say that. That is a. I'm gonna follow Enoch's lead and say it's uncomfortable. Burning, fire, lava, glass, uncomfortable. Oh man, it was a rough while. Bro, you can pass out sitting down too. The only reason you sit down is so you don't fall while you pass out. I mean, falling off the toilet when you pass out isn't that bad. It's shorter distance. That's all. Shorter distance. Totally sucked. Totally sucked. But yeah, it really makes you not want to have to use the bathroom for a while. Let me say that. You're not a fan of water, but unfortunately, you got a million broken bones. You need the water. You need everything going through you. So you're going to drink it. And then you're going to pay the piper. For real. For real. Hey, buddy. I wonder, maybe we should get down on Freddy's level. It is a shorter fall, thankfully. I am going to use the restroom real quick. I'm going to leave you in the care of the most responsible person I know. While I handle that. And, Freddie, be good. Nope, you are not allowed to dip out on your responsibilities. You're gonna handle this. Like the grown boy you are. You're 42 cat years old. Uh-huh. Alright. They're gonna tell me what you did, Freddie. I'll be right back. Alright, buddy. I can see you've been strolling about. Yo, he loves him lasagna. That is not even a lie. Not even a joke. I wish it was. The first time that I put it out, I did not think he was going to do anything. And I was just cooling it on the oven. Nope. Freddie thought, well, Dad must have put it out here for me. And that is not what was happening, but it is what happened. So I will look. You know what? I'll repost that video because I know it's there. But yeah, Freddie loves him lasagna. He really does. It's a little pain in the butt that way. But he's a good boy. For the most part. He is orange. There's limits. You know, you gotta expect some things. Some hijinks. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You know it. Alright. Well, I am going to get back to rearranging the binder. Because like I said, I want the Mana Crypts by the Mana Crypts. All the Sephiroths by the Sephiroths. And I do also want to get the Bloodthirsty Conquerors in the right spot. The Orcish Bowmasters. Although I think I only saved one Orcish Bowmaster. I think I've sold like 7 of them. But I do want to get that done. So, Freddie posing, one leg up. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not good, Fred. Gotta remember, family channel. Get your face out of your ball. Alright, well, Freddie doesn't actually have the gear anymore. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, Enoch. Do you have a binder that you use? I just started to get into the whole binder kind of situation. Where it's like partially a trade binder, partially a show-off binder. But, just really getting into using the binder a lot. Because before, I either put things in sleeves. Yeah. See, that's where I was for the longest time. And that is why, you know, that's how we end up with things of this nature. Draft is fun though. Ow. I just stepped on something. Draft is fun. And as far as not being the most social, I know some places that I play Commander that would be perfect. Because everyone's super cool. They follow the rule of cool. They don't worry about all the rule zero stuff. Hey boy, what you doing? And everybody just likes to have a good time. And as long as everybody's like having a good time, that's all they're concerned with. Make it comfortable for everyone. And after that, it's all up to you. But I've been lucky enough to find, after time, a couple good spots to play. One of the spots that I do play, I play Commander on Wednesdays and Wednesday nights. And maybe I can do a show there. But everyone's super chill. Nobody really complains. Nobody fights. And that's what I like. I've gone other places where everybody wants to be a rules lawyer and act like a dick. And I'm not down with it, but, you know, definitely worth looking for the right spot to do a draft. I am doing a pre-release on the 26th for Edge of Eternities, and that'll be fun. Hey, bud. Oh, dear. Alright, look. There's rules, and my feet are off limits to Freddy. Those claws are too sharp. Freddy, put them things away. You are not getting my feet. Nope. No, boy. I will scoot you under the bed. Don't you do it. Alright. Not my feet. Holy cow. Cat claws on the feet. It's painful. Bro, Enoch, if you have things, cause you're pretty close to my age. If you have those old cards, bro, I'm telling you, download something like Collector, or look them up on TCG, and then decide what you want to do, because you're probably gonna find some cards that you have in there are worth a good bit more than you thought. I had to go through this, like, with the March of the Machines. Let me just zoom. There we go. Like that March of the Machines box. When I went back through that box, I ended up with like $90 worth of things that were, nothing. Oh, you're doing what I was doing for a while. Yeah. See, right now, in my restaurant, it's the slow time of the year. So I'm only doing like 45 to 50 hour a week average. And when season comes back around, it'll be back up to, the 50, 60 range, sometimes more. The most I've had to work at this place was like 73 hours in a week. It was a very long week. It was also an $1,800 paycheck, so I wasn't that mad after the fact, but I was dead ass tired. Yeah, well, one of the things that I like to do is I'll take a few boxes, like my boxes over here on the left. Well, for me, they're on the left. Now, there's cards in all those boxes. And so I'll buy things and I'll just put them in there unless I know their immediate value. Like yesterday when I pulled a Cavern of Souls, I mean, I know Cavern of Souls is money. So I immediately just yoinked Cavern of Souls out. The Darth Vader that I got from the new Star Wars Unlimited Legends. I did not know that was value, and then I looked it up, and it was almost $60, and I was like, okay, so I'll put that one to the side. But otherwise, I put them in a box that I'll end up going through, and that'll be like my one box to mess around with. Yes, Mission Impossible, I did. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but Enoch, I mean, it simplifies it in a way. And Mission Impossible, give me 10 seconds, and I'll show you some MTG, Final Fantasy, some English, some Japanese. I don't mind. But Enoch, I do it like one little step at a time, where you have your jank, and then 3 cards of the base set. Damn, bro. You've been working. But yeah. And then I'll go through, I'll separate my rares, my uncommons, my borderless, my, non-standard sets like the FCA, the memories set, in Final Fantasy. Like, I'll put them elsewhere. So, alright. Let me square this away for Mission Impossible. So, let's see. Let's get into it. I still like that Giovanni, but I've got a trade offer for that Giovanni, because I'm gonna try to pick up a Dragon Scale Arid Mesa. I was talking to Enoch about this, and I've had this binder for over a year, and I'm just starting to use it, like I'm supposed to, because I did not for a very long time. Let's see, we're getting there. Masterpiece, gotta love it. But let's see. I still want the extended art Ocelot Pride so bad. I need that card. It's my Freddy card. Okay. So, we're beginning in some of the Final Fantasy right here. And this card is not expensive, less than $1. This one also less than $1. This one a few bucks, but this one's in Japanese and non-foil. But I do have the foil in English. Black Waltz right there, which I believe is actually a very nice card. It's not about the value for me on that one, it's that card kicks butt. So we have some more memories returning. The Oculus actually doesn't go there, but that's fine. Alright. So I have learned the name Liliana. Liliana's not from Final Fantasy, of course. Oh, and this is just where I put a few things. So, yes, we did. Ezio. I'm wondering, they're a little mixed up here in the beginning. That's my blood letter. Normal Vivi. Oh, the summon Bahamut. Yeah, man. I mean, we all want that Bahamut. Like, it's worth it. The Bahamut's cool as hell. But I do have the next two. Oh, wait, there we go. That's another Final Fantasy right there. And let me just see. Nope, these are other things. Oh, that's the Vader I pulled yesterday. 57. Normal Vivi. That's Cavern of Souls I pulled yesterday. Let's see. Nope. Pulled that Flage. Alright, we're getting there. Because that's the Deadpool stuff. So I'm gonna get this in Dragon Scale. Which I'll be really happy with. Whoop, sorry. I didn't mean to put you guys sideways. It's another one as I go through and fix all this. Because it's like, you know, they're good cards, but I just did not treat them the right way. The cards are fine. They're just not in the right slots. That's all. Alright, so here we go. Because here's some Tarkir. So we're getting into what you are looking for. Well, Mission Impossible. Hello there, Ariana. So that is Tifa Martial Artist Surge Foil in Japanese. Nibelheim. Kane. Surge Foil guys whose names I can't remember, but I have them. Prompto. Not worth crap. Well, I mean, he's like a couple bucks, but let's see. There's another Surge Foil Prompto because I have a couple. You've never opened? Yes, Ariana, I have a cat, and we'll show you Freddy in a moment. Got my Terra. I was happy about that. Oh, there we go. There's Leonhardt in English. Xanarkand. And we're getting closer. So here you go with Xenos. Van. Little Primal Odin action. Is that one a Surge? I can't remember. I have a number. Yeah, that one's another Surge. Joshua. Phoenix's Diamond Surge Foil. Kefka's Tower. Arden, the Usurper. Not in Surge, though. Not in Surge. There's Iridia, Bartzenboko, Army of One, Japanese Foil, Earth Crystal, Sid, Seymour. One of my Darkness Crystals. Odin? Shoot, I could send you an Odin. There's Tella. A little Planisphere. Lightning Bolt or Thrum of Vestige. There's Vivi. There you go. Vivi. Excalibur. Kane. This is one of my Sephiroths. Sorry, I'm trying to get that so it's not all glared. Here's an Ishengard. That's a Cecil Surge foil. Edgar Zodiark. It's actually a good card. Not worth a lot, but a good card. In case you're going to build with it. It's a good one. Yep, I need some of the other ones too, my friend. There's Cloud. Gotta like the old soldier. So this is 02 and, 01 and 02. Right there. But I was happy that I was able to nab those. Needed a chocobo, of course. I mean, I was opening the Japanese, hoping for the black, but still. Here's an extended art Sephiroth Japanese non-foil. And I'm sure you know I have these two sitting right next to each other. Here we are. There's a little Y'shtola. And another Sephiroth. Now, I was hoping that was Surge. It is not Surge. But that common, if you get that common in Surge foil, it's quite a few bucks. Now, that is why those two are next to each other. So we can find a way to not get the glare on that. And there you go. That is a card. It takes 2 cards to make it, but that is a card. What else do we have? Oh, we have a couple Kefka artworks right here. Only one of them is Kefka. I think it's... I don't know. I don't read kanji. So we did get a few things. And of course, we love our crystals in foil. I don't care about the language. And this is actually got some good value to it too. Some good stuff. And this is just filler from the collection, or for the collection, I guess, if you would like to say it that way. But yeah, I was really happy about getting that Vivi. Just because, good card. And you know, that little Bad Eve right there. Unfortunately, not the Surge foil. But, you know, you take what you can get. Including the 9,999 damage Jumbo Cactuar. And Jill, right next to it. There's another Cecil, another Joshua, Vincent. Can't remember that guy's name. Cerberus. There's a few. Oh, that's another Excalibur. But that's Japanese. So, but yes, I definitely did buy myself some Final Fantasy. Japanese or not, no fucks given. See, I wanted them all in English, but unfortunately, that was a lot of cash. Now, a friend of mine, so I bought a Japanese collector, a bundle, a gift bundle. The gift bundle was horrible. Not gonna lie. I have a video on it. It is the most painful bundle I have ever opened out of any bundle ever. And that includes Aether Drift. Not even gonna lie. Aether Drift, first place bundle. I at least pulled the Aether Spark as my promo card. So, $120 card out of Aether Drift, and literally, no joke, with collector pack and all, promos and all, out of my Final Fantasy gift bundle, about $40. Painful. Painful. However, I did only pay the $90 pre-release price. So, W for me and a big giant L all at the same time. Because that loss sucked. Hey, bud, what are you doing? Trying to say hi? Are you going to say hi to the peoples? I'm trying to lick the peoples. Right, don't lick the people, Freddy. People don't like that. I mean, I don't care. But you're my son, so it's different. Yeah. Don't be licking the peoples, Freddy. Well, what time we got? What time is it? Freddy. Oh. Enforced cleaning? Is that what time it is? Yep. Yep. Freddy, we want to see your extra claws. See? That one's 2. Those are some of the extras. Hold on. We're trying to look at all your extra toe beans. Extra toe beans, Freddy. Alright. It's just playtime. Playtime. Okay. Alright, can you please take your claw out of my skin? Thank you. It is hard to capture Freddy's toe beans so you can see the extras. Because, he is a Freddy. And he means it. Huh? Hey? You behave. You're a little 15-pound orange ball of trouble. Yep. There you go. Yeah, the Vivi I was happy about. I wanted to get a full art Vivi, and I actually won one on Pullbox. Enoch, I totally degened it, not gonna lie. Got it on my first pull, and I figured, hey, screw it, I'll get another. And I have lost every single one of them since. Oh, the pain. Pain. Fake laugh, real tears. So I had hoped to get another, but yeah. Not in the cards yet. Literally. But, we'll give it a go. Hopefully, we can get another one. Yep. You know the reference. I just looked at my Deadpool cards, man. I had to. But also true. 100% true. Yep. You can laugh about it. In each which set are you thinking about? Mission Impossible? Because I mean, I've opened up some boxes that were just stupid. Those the Lord of the Rings set booster boxes. I probably got 5 Orcish Bowmasters out of that. Only 1 Borderless. But 5 Orcish Bowmasters, a couple Palantirs of Orthonk. One of my biggest, happiest pulls was actually getting the Paths of the Dead, which is the borderless, extended art foil Cavern of Souls from Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, here's the thing. It's like they either made very, very good boxes, a couple mediocre, and a whole lot of crap. And if you get one of the really good boxes, I'm not mad at the Japanese collector booster box I bought. Now $650, and they're Japanese, so either I'm gonna take a loss selling them here, or I'm gonna take a little bit of a hit with shipping. But like, The Tifa Martial Artist, when I first got it, I think it was $396, and now it's just over 300. And I'm wondering what kind of a hit I can accept when selling it. So it's like, do I sell it for 200 and count myself happy? Or do I potentially just hold on to it, sell it to a Japanese collector or another collector who doesn't mind language differences and pay the shipping? You know, it's a tough call sometimes. And it's tough. But yeah, out of the Japanese box, I did get the Vivi, I got the Sephiroth, I got the Tifa, Prompto. I mean, there's some value there. But as far as like your chance at one of the big crazy cards, Freddy's just looking at me like, Dad, shut up. Freddy, you can tell me to be quiet? Not right now. Later. Okay, later. Later he'll tell me to shut up. But, so there's more. There's like one chance for one really big card. Like one of your Surge foils in that pack has the chance to be one of the amazing Surge foils. And I think that's really tough. It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. You pull that Sephiroth Surge foil, you're happy. But at almost $1,300 a box, that Sephiroth's $500. So hopefully you can get some other things. By the way, full art Vivi, if you ever want to trade it. If you ever want to trade, I have cards. I have plenty of cards. How about a Mana Crypt? Yeah, the collector boosters are super costly. It's tough. It's prohibitive. And so then you think about Edge of Eternities coming up. At one of my LGSs, you know, you get $10 off, coupons here and there, based on how much you spend. And I am just saving up my collector, my discount, up until I saved it one time until I had $180 off. Didn't realize I had $180 off, but I'm saving everything that I get there up until Edge of Eternities is available. I'm going to do the pre-release on the 26th, but I do want to get a collector box that I may or may not open immediately. I just want to see how it goes. I would probably sit on them a while longer, man. Mission Impossible. Like, looking at the way Lord of the Rings went, I mean, think about it. Now, my plan and the post office screwed me. I bought a gift bundle, the special edition gift bundle, and somehow the post office lost it. And I was actually buying it so I could get the borderless foil One Ring. Like, really? That was the only thing I wanted. I would have turned immediately around and sold the collector booster inside of it for the same price as the bundle and taken my free borderless One Ring and been happy. But they lost it, so I lost all of that. So I got a little turned off for a minute. What can you do? It is what it is. But I would sit on some of those because, quite frankly, you can end up in a position where you could get another one, selling one, and buying a bundle. Same with the Lord of the Rings special edition gift packs. Like, if I were to sell that pack for $200, what am I going to pay? Like $30 for the rest of the gift bundle, and I've already got a guaranteed borderless One Ring on the way for 70? Yeah, sure. Do it all day. All day. Any day. Because it's guaranteed win. I do like to play with the cards, though. I do like to... I get nervous about it. Not gonna lie. Like, that Tifa, that $300 Tifa, I'm not going to put that in a deck. I'd feel weird putting a $300 card down on the table unless I really knew who I was playing with and everything else. I wouldn't want to mess that up. That's expensive as hell, man. Why would you want to go ahead and screw that up? Uh-oh. Freddy's telling me it might be getting close to sleep time. I got one, and the most valuable card in the bundle, and that includes the collector's booster, was the promo Hermes for like $9.50. So, heartbreaker. You know, really, really upset about that. Thankfully, only paid $90. And, you know, sometimes when you look at it, you look at what you pay for a good meal, a good night out, watch a good movie, have a couple drinks while you're watching it. You know, you spend as much to have fun, really, and that's part of the price. But also, we're collecting cards. We like to play with the cards, but we also like to get the chase cards. Especially for the money if you get a ridiculous hit. Like if you pulled a Neon Chocobo, you can't tell me you're not going to be excited. And I doubt you're ever going to play with it in a deck. You're going to put that up for sale somewhere, and I don't blame you. You're not wrong. At this moment, though, it's the only way to pay for that bundle. I mean, that box. Freddy, it's almost nap time. Yeah, buddy. Australian. Oh, wait. Are you in Australia? Dude, it's like mid-tomorrow for you. Well, I think. That is a lot of time zones. My buddy Steve, who I used to play games with, he was from Australia. And he would call me at very odd times of the day, but I understand. Other side of the planet. It's all good. He was a security guard down there. Good dude, too. I miss him. Wonderful man. Married a lady in South Korea, I believe it was. This is a long time ago. I wonder how he's doing. I'm going to have to look him up. Yep. I remember talking to him because he always called me like now. Call me in the middle of, to me, nighttime because it's 3 a.m. to me. But he'd call me up and be like, hey man, what's going on? And it's just that at that time we were playing gacha games, mobile gacha games, and we had our own little crew We got our guild. And so we're always on. Always on. Basically. Or we could be reached. We would call each other and be like, hey, wake up. Somebody's attacking us. Which I'm happy I don't do anymore, because, like, you can kiss sleep goodbye. It's not gonna happen. Alright, Freddy. Freddy, it's bedtime. Come on. He's like, what? I ain't doing shit. Well, that's Freddy. What can you do? Did you earwink me? Did you guys see it? How his ear winks. Do it again. No. He's not into it. Well, Mission Impossible. That is one place my brother absolutely loved. When he was stationed in Japan. He was stationed there for 7 years. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But he loved Australia. I knew if he had fulfilled his full 20 years, he probably would have done his best to retire down in Australia. He just loved it down there. One of his favorite spots. That and Guam, but he got a few captain's masses from Guam, so, you know, persona non grata, post-military career. It happens. It happens. I mean, we grow up on an island. We do stupid things. It's like a hobby. Like Ray's hobbies. So, alright. I want to thank everybody for coming to hang out. And, you know, take a little random twists and turns as we... The only thing we did not look at is my garden, but it's in the middle of the night, so it's not going to look that great. So we'll do that another day. But thank you guys for stopping by. Please leave a like, comment on any one of my videos. I will be happy to get back with you. And I do look forward to speaking to all of you again. Enoch, I'll see you in game. And I will, of course, see my good friend from India. And he will be hitting us up because I got to check out Multiversal Trendy Shorts and his channel. And, yeah, that'll be that. So, good night, you guys. You have a good one. Well, good day. Thank you so much for that, Mission Possible. Like, it's really cool, and it helps the channel grow, and there's plenty of interactable things. And if you have a question about any cards or games, or hey, if you just want to send me some shots of what you pulled, go for it, my friend. I'll post them up here on the channel and give you the credit. So, thanks again for stopping by. You guys have a good night. Be safe. Love y'all. Be good to each other. Have a good night.